how you doing? This is a video on how to troubleshoot your horn. Um, this is for a 3rd gen Dodge Stratus. Honestly, it will work for quite a few cars. Um, the Chrysler Town and Country, the Chrysler Cirrus, the a few other cars. All right, so basically, is firstly you gotta understand what the components are. For this car, I'm just gonna show you, but for your other car, whatever you're troubleshooting, you will need to first find out what your components are. But basically, there's gonna be 3 parts. There's gonna be the horn itself. There's gonna be the horn relay, and there's gonna be the horn button, which obviously is on your steering wheel that you push. It's also inside the airbag. To keep it very simple, those are 3 components you need to figure out where they're at on your particular vehicle. Now on this car, I'm dealing with the Dodge Stratus. So on the Dodge Stratus, the horn is going to be up under the bumper right there. So there's going to be a power in the ground. The second part, the horn relay, is going to be right here. And the third part, the actual horn, is going to be right here. The first thing we're going to go to is the horn relay. So what we're going to do, we're going to want to pull the relay. The 2 wider ones are going to be the actual horn circuit. The other 3 are control. We're not going to worry about that for right now. All we're going to worry about is the load circuit. So one going to be power all times, one going to be wired directly to the horn. Now how do we check this? The easiest way is a test light. So there should be some metal. There's metal right there. Inside the door jamb, there's metal. Depending on your car, there's going to be metal around there somewhere. So what we're going to do, we're just going to get a ground and we're going to probe these 2 to see which one has ground. Now the car doesn't have to be on for this. All right. So we're not probing to see which has ground. We're going to probe to see which one have power. If you don't have a test light, you can use a multimeter. And the multimeter will do the same thing. One in each prong, look for 12 volts. All right, but you got to figure out which one is 12, which one is the other 12. Which one doesn't have 12. So what we need to do is jump these 2 to make sure the horn goes off. That's what this is, right? When I put it on, it connects these 2. It sends power directly to the horn. So as you see, this horn works. If the horn does not work, the power is back towards the front, the hood of the car. If the horn does work, the problem is back toward the interior of the car. Let's say you check it and you don't have power on either one. That means we need to go back that way to the horn fuse. Put a new one in, the horn should work. If the fuse immediately blows, that means you have a bigger problem. That means you have a short to ground somewhere. But usually, if the fuse is blown, place the fuse, you'll be pretty much good. All right. Let's say that. So that's problem number 1. Problem number 2. Let's say you have power, and you put it in there, and you jump it, and the horn doesn't go off. What we will do is we go to the horn. We're going to take the horn off and sound power directly to the horn. 99% of the time, that's going to be a problem. It's going to be the actual horn has gone bad. If you can see that, that's the fuse. If you're not getting power on when you use your test light on this side, then you need to go check that fuse. To that relay to make sure that relay has power. So the first stop is always go to relay. Make sure you're getting power on the on one of the posts. And remember, the second post goes straight to the horn. The horn manually the horn goes off, so you know that the horn works. So we go into the inside of the car. The next job is the signal. So right here is the signal. This post right here. But the car on with the battery, the key on accessory position, 2 posts will have power. That post and that post, right? With the key off, only 1 post will have power. That'll be post number 8. All right. But with the key on, you're gonna have this post right here is gonna have power. Now, when you go to hit the horn, this will ground. This will give ground to this post that allow the power to go through. That will close the circuit. Now, if you notice when you hit the horn, this doesn't ground out. That means we have an issue right here with the clock spring. All right, but for the sake of this troubleshooting, we're gonna pull the airbag and the horn off, and we're gonna test here to make sure that it closes when you push it. In other words, it has continuity. Circuit closes. If it does, everything is good right here on the actual horn itself, then obviously the issue is gonna have to be right here at the clock spring. All right, so now we got the horn off. So what we're gonna do is, this is the wire for the horn. We're gonna check for continuity. So what I did, there's 2 prongs on the inside. I'm a ground on 1 prong, and the wire on this positive on the other prong. It doesn't matter which side they go to. Just want both wires on each prong. Then you're gonna put a multimeter. See that symbol right there, ohms? We're gonna put our multimeter to 200. Then we're gonna press the horn. See, it has continuity. I let it go, nothing, no connection. Press it, connection. That lets me know the horn itself is good. So, therefore, if the horn itself is good, the problem is your clock spring. And that, my friends, you have to change out. So it is a little bit tedious, but again, if you're looking at this video, you're very capable. The fact that you are investigating it, trying to figure this stuff out, trust me, there's a video out there. Take a look at it. Watch 2 or 3 videos if you have to. Watch them multiple times if you have to. You can figure it out, and you can replace it yourself and save you tons of money rather than taking it to a shop. Or you could take it to a shop. You know what I'm saying? But at least you know what's going on, and you won't have the shop fleece you for, to get you to buy parts you don't need. But hopefully that this video was helpful. I mean, there's chances that there's, it could be wire short in the wire somewhere, but again, that's a 1% chance. This video itself, if you go through all 4 steps, it's going to be one of those 4 steps I just named you 99% of the time. I'm trying to remember if I forgot anything. Just remember to unplug the battery whenever you go to take the horn airbag off. I don't know why this is losing focus. And you should be good to go. So thanks again for watching. If you have any questions, comment, like, subscribe. But whatever. If you want to subscribe. If you don't, you don't. It's all good. Thanks for watching the video. I hope this helps somebody. Have a great day.